Hi, my name is Kenneth Easter, and I was a dancer with American Ballet Theater and now work at the ABT Gillespie School in Orange County, California. Yeah, so I joined the company in 2003 and I danced for almost 13 full seasons. I got to do a lot of amazing repertoire. Uh, Prior to joining ABT, I was in a balancing company with Miami City Ballet. So I joined the company actually kind of quite late. I was 27 and it was really it had always been a dream of mine, and I thought an unachievable dream. And with a lot of hard work and a lot of perseverance, I was able to find my way to New York and join what I still believe is the best company in the world. So when I was approaching 40 years old, I had always, I'd never had any really hard dance injuries. I had had one injury in my life that was completely unrelated due to construction. But around 40 years old, still being able to do most of the stuff I was able to when I was younger, I noticed it takes a little bit more of a toll on the body. And the last part of each season would be the company performing at the Metropolitan Opera House for 8 weeks in a row, running different shows each week. And that is, we would always call it boot camp for the company because it would be the end of the year when we were most tired and it was the hardest part of the year. And as we approached that going into my 40th birthday, which usually happened at the Met, I had a meeting with Mr. McKenzie and kind of informed him that I was ready to move to the next stage of my career, which I wasn't really sure what was going to be, but I was ready to hand the torch to the next generation. And he proposed that they needed a male teacher in the school in California that they just kind of started up. And I was aware of the school here because when we would tour out to California, we would perform in the same building that the school was housed in. So, and I thought to myself, it's not the worst place to retire. It's, Southern California. So I went back and forth and tried it for a year. And I believe that this school will take off and be as successful as the East Coast school, but we're a little bit farther behind. We just finished our 5th year, and it's been really an incredible learning experience and a great opportunity because as the school grows, I also happen to be the liaison when the company is here. I'm that direct, most recent link between somebody being in the company and somebody working with kids that would be slotted into a production. So, in a sense, the kids here kind of trust me because they know of my personal experience with the company, but yet at the same time, I'm not a company member, I'm their teacher. So it actually works really well, and it's a great group of kids out here. So it's nice. It was an easy transition to make other than moving coasts. So my responsibilities at this school are primarily to work with the 2 upper level divisions and the pre-professional divisions, and basically kind of anything related to the male dancers. So men's classes, the men's repertoire, partnering classes, the body conditioning and strength training. And then, each time the company's brought a production out here, they kind of test, whether they want me to do the work with the supers, and it just kind of ends up working out whether the ballet was created in New York and done in New York first, or has already been up and running in the repertoire and they just happen to bring it out here. I think now it's gotten to the point where they trust me to audition the kids, even if it's Nutcracker, where the kids play a really important and pivotal part of the show. They know that I know the productions well enough to pick the right kids, and then I'm in charge of rehearsing the supers, whether it's dancing in Harlequinade or just standing on stage, for whipped cream, which is something that they did premiere out here, but they had actually started the rehearsals and the whole process in New York, and I happened to go to New York and work on some of it there and see the process there, and then they brought it here, and I was able to kind of have an idea of what was going to happen before they got here, and then it all changed anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's kind of unique just because I still know most of the people, most of the dancers working in the company, and it's great to be able to have retired and still be able to reconnect with so many people that I considered my extended family, usually once or twice a year when they come out here. Okay, so one memorable moment of being at the school. Uh, wow, that's a hard one because there's been a lot. I originally came out here with a concept of, do I want to stay here? Do I want to relocate to the other coast? And to be honest, I was a little concerned with the idea of teaching only one group of students. I'd done some teaching, but I'd done more like masterclass teaching and going places to teach where you don't necessarily have to create an actual working relationship with your students. You kind of just go in and you give them some pointers and you give them some new kind of choreography or a different way of doing class, and then you leave. And over the years, I found myself really like identifying with these kids, and I was invested in their growth and their structure. But every time that now I've noticed more and more, every time that the company comes, I see how our students react to the company. And a lot of companies come and perform at our facility because our school is housed in the Performing Arts Center in Orange County, the Segerstrom Center for the Arts. So whenever a professional ballet company comes, whether it's the Mikulovsky or uh, just any major ballet company that comes through, if they need supers for their production, they'll reach out to us, and our kids get to obviously see the shows for a discounted rate, and they get exposed to all this wonderful stuff. But even with all that being said, with seeing the Ivan Vasilyevs and taking classes with all these amazing, world famous ballet dancers, when ABT comes, the whole atmosphere just changes, and it's really great whether the kids are part of the show or not. A unique thing that we actually get to do is, because the company's here and kind of stuck here, the hotel is very close to the theater, everything is just, they're all there. We get a lot of master classes and Q&As with either company members or the artistic staff or the director, and to have the kids work with the company or the artistic staff, or see the dancers real time, and then to see the company members working, and then to sometimes be on stage with them and working in a professional performance environment. It's rewarding to another level, because whether or not they're going to make it into ABT, you see the light of the fire and the passion, and all of a sudden the week after the company leaves, the kids are just, I mean, they're hungry to work, and they're inspired, and they're amped up, and it's that's something that you can't supply as a teacher. It's something that has to happen to them, and it happens quite a lot. And it's nice to be able to reconnect with my friends, but at the same time see all these kids that you normally see on a daily basis go from being excited and in love with their art form, but then to want it so bad and to be like, I'm going to be there one day. And I remember being that age and telling my mom, like, I'll be on that stage one day dancing with this company, as a unachievable dream. And then to know that I was able to achieve it makes me believe that I can somehow pay it back to this next generation. So it kind of fuels my soul a little bit in a weird way.